Hello and welcome back to Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. So, last time we cleared out Woljif's companion quest, but I believe some more of the mansion has opened up. In fact, I know this because I have played about 1 minute into the future. Now, I had a crash. The crash happened when I clicked this door right here. So, let's hope it doesn't happen again. Didn't happen again. Okay, we're good.
Let us be off.
Right. Along
What's
oh,
that?
trap. Okay, we'll avoid stepping in that for just now. Scroll of Slay Living. Probably don't need that, but hey, we'll have it anyway. Disable the trap. Grab some loot. It's some random junk. Okay, let's have a look at this room. None of this is trapped. Okay, some more random scrolls, some more random junk, and inside the locked one we have random junk. Okay. I guess that's fine. Let's head this way. Oh, is that where the trap was? Oh, cool. I didn't even notice they were on the, There's a trap. Okay, that's what the noise was. I didn't even notice that these were actually, visible. I guess they are once you reveal them anyway.
I shall not be swayed from my path.
Along here. I was going to ask why there were so many traps in here, but then I remembered it's because it's Woljif's companion quest area, and it's meant to be like a, hey, there are traps here, because you're meant to use Woljif, and that's why you have to dimension door over there. I see. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Right. Let's just do a dimension door single over here. Right. And then disable the trap. Right. Oh wait, we didn't need to dimension door over here.
You called?
I just realized we could have just walked into this room and... Okay. Never mind. Never mind. It was cool to do that. So we should definitely go and get our spells refreshed, and it will also refresh our last stands for a couple of our party members, so that'll be good. What if we go back to base? I'm imagining this is going to have some good loot in it. It's right at the back. Behind two traps. Ooh, a shirt. Wandering Conman. This cloth grants the wearer a +10 competence bonus to trickery, a +10 competence bonus to athletics, as well as a +2 attack on to attack rolls for attacks of opportunity. Alright, so they gave Woljif a shirt. I believe that's what they were doing anyway. What's our current one? Whenever they suffer elemental damage, if it deals the same type of elemental damage back, does +2 damage per dice roll. Ooh, I just realized something. Yeah, so this might trigger with our cold AoE. So if our cold AoE hits Woljif, we can then use our ice attack and actually get a +2 to the damage rolled? Maybe? Also, I just realized that we're in the wrong formation. I was trying to drag him in here. I don't think you can. Huh. Interesting. That's an interesting combo. This is also very good. A little +10 bonus to athletics. I'm like, maybe I give it to you? Yeah, actually, I think I'm going to give it to you instead. You can have the Wandering Conman. So you get the athletics and the attack rolls bonus. You don't really have an athletic. Yeah, you don't really have much in athletics, so there's not really any reason for you to have that. Trickery would be good, but we have other trickery items, so yeah, that's fine. And then this one, random junk. Okay, cool. Yeah, we're in the wrong formation. That is correct, I think, or close to correct. Yeah. I think it moved Woljif when he was in the other, like when we're in the other view. And I don't know when it moved Greybor. Maybe it moved him at the same time. I'm just going to check that this is the same. Yeah, it's the same. Okay. The rest of this is identical. Don't see any new rooms there. We should check the other rooms that we've been in already. I think that side's fine. We already went through here. Right. Head back. There is a little bit more in here to actually get. Which is nice. You know, it's kind of cool that if you come in here without the companion quest, you get like a little bit. And then if you come in here with the companion quest, you get a lot of it. I think we've already been along here again, but we'll check. Yeah, so we already found the secret thing there. Okay, cool. So nothing else in here that we need to do. Alright, cool. Let's leave here. Probably head back to base and then I guess head directly back here again to go to Yeah, to go to one of those random palaces. yeah, and then we'll just let ourselves in and see what's going on. Maybe loot it. You know, that sort of thing. We're also incredibly close to a level up. That's the other thing. Look at this. We're so close to a level up. We're only 44,000 XP away. Like a couple of good fights and we level up. Which will be really cool because then we'll be level 17. Which is kind of odd to say that we'll be level 17 given that we're in Act 4 of the game. So you kind of assume that we shouldn't be this level at this point. We should be like... I was just trying to see what else is here. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, you'd kind of assume that we would be like level 13 maybe, level 12, but we're significantly ahead. Now, I did see that there are some things in the game that let you go above level 20, but I don't think that that's done. I don't think that's done in the same way as XP. I think it's done through a different mechanic, so I don't know. Anyway, heal me. We'll then activate this, and then we'll head back. Right. Are we going to keep the same party? Is there any reason to take anyone else? No. 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 Don't know, but I think the answer is no to both of them. What were their companion quests? Let me just have a look. So his last step was, yeah, it was him tricking us into, like, not working with a demon or something. We had to prove our loyalty to him. And then hers is to do with, yeah, to do with Alan's wedding and Derek's Sunhammer and all that sort of stuff. Okay, so hers isn't going to be relevant either. So yeah, I think that we're happy with our party. There's no real reason to worry about anything. Especially now that we know that Woljif's the spawn of Baphomet, or the grandson of Baphomet. That adds an extra little twist into things. Yeah. Yeah, this is fine. We'll stick with this party. Right. We have Dimension Door, we have Trickery, we've pretty much covered everything that we need. Arushale is interesting to have here. Woljif's interesting to have here. Greyboar's had some cool stuff to say. Anne has a quest. Ember's got a quest and occasionally says things. Yeah, and Darren's, you know, it's Darren. He's better than Sociel, so that's fine. That's his main benefit, is he's better than Sociel. There's, you know, there's probably more to it, but we'll stick with that one for just now. Right. So, over here. Ah, yes. So last time we were here, we did the vampire fight. Yes, so we need to finish off exploring the rest of this area. Right, that's fine. We can do that. And then when we came back, we got the Woljif quest, and that sent us all around the place. Okay. Ah, we have this pillar thing again. Let me try this. So was it you lock one into place, and then...
This is my
yeah,
path.
so you get it flat, then you put somebody on it, right? Something like this?
Let's move.
That's not flat enough? Okay. I'm just trying to get it close. No. Okay, I might need to pay more attention rather than just keep clicking it. You can't walk onto that one? There we go. That one can be walked onto.
Follow me.
Greyboar, come stand on here. Oh wait, is the next one good as well?
Where else
Darren?
welcome your company?
No. Okay, so the next one is not good, so it has to be the correct way up as well. Perfect. Darren, walk forward. We'll then move the camera slightly. Perfect. Wait, have we got this in the perfect thing? So every time we press a button, it solves it. That'd be ideal.
Adventures await.
No, 2, 3. Oh, no. I think just pressing the 2 buttons again and again, I was going to say won't lead to anything, but then, no, proven wrong. Right, all the way along here.
I will prove my worth.
Then Arushale, you're going to head down here as well.
I stand ready.
Oh. Exact opposite. Is that just bouncing back and forward? It is, okay. one of those. Yeah, and then one of these. That's exact. That's back to where we were. It's one of those. There we go. Perfect. Arushale, take a step forward.
Please, allow me.
Then we'll step
I'll
on
make
here
my
as
own
well.
legend.
Oh, right. Then it unlocks the path. This thing just comes down to us. Well, that makes it easier. I was thinking I had to rotate the camera then.
Check that out.
Okay, fine. You stand there. Arushale, deal with it. Cool. And we get a one-handed scimitar. Okay. Can't say I'm too excited about the one-handed scimitar, but let's have a look. So, just looking at all the other stuff. So it's Holy Enhancement +4. Whenever this +4 Holy Scimitar confirms critical hit, they make a Lore Religion check, DC 40. DC 40? Okay. On a success, all allies in a 15-foot area are healed for the amount of hit points equal to the amount of ranks the wielder has in Lore Religion. Okay. That's kind of cool, but it's only on a crit, right? Yeah, it's only on a crit. It's cool. I don't think it's for us, but it's cool. I'm going to switch back to that blade as well. I'm trying to think who it would be for on our team. Yeah, I guess maybe... I don't really know who that's for. I don't think that's for a specific character. At least not the one that we've met. Because I'm trying to think. Darren, maybe? It could be if you build Darren in a certain way, it's for him. Because it's not really for Seela. Although I guess you could... Well, no, because she should use... like, it kind of expects you to use Yaniel's weapon. Is that her name? Yeah. It expects you to use her weapon for it. And then the... I was trying to think. Social... You're kind of expected to use glaives. So I guess it's meant to be for Darren? Kinda? Although, wait a second. Wait a second here. Let me read it. Aha! Whenever the wielder of this +4 Holy Scimitar confirms critical hit. That's worded in an interesting way. I wonder whether it's meant to be like a... You could critical hit with a spell? In which case Darren could critical hit with Searing Light. Which would then allow it to be triggered from range. So that would make it a Darren weapon, potentially. I don't know. I might be clutching at straws to make it a weapon for a specific person, but we'll try it. Oh yeah, this is the whole reason we did the vampire fight, and I never actually picked up the loot. Okay, so we got one of these. What is it? The Filer. This +4 Unholy Heavy Mace increases the amount of damage channel negative energy does to living creatures or heals undead creatures by 2d6. Very cool. Not for us, though. So there's loot around the side, apparently. I know I've turned the camera. I've done the thing that you're absolutely not meant to do under any circumstances, but we did it. They have a lot of, like, trash loot protected by traps here. It's kind of weird. So there's one bit of loot there, so we must go up there and then round, maybe? Okay, what's this say? The House of Wicked Knowledge. Wonderful. I kind of get the feeling that on top of here we're going to have a fight.
Onwards.
Also, yeah, turn that on. Lore Religion DC 40. Ah, so this is the last one that we have to do here, which means I know whose mansion we're on top of. We must be on top of Willidus's mansion.
Finished.
Also succeeded first try. The symbols on the wall belong to the language of the Titans, first creations of the gods and themselves, creators of the sinister demo dance. How did I know that this is Willidus's house? Because when I was looking for that Quasit quest that we'd already done, and I just didn't put the video out for, it said that the other fight that I thought that was being talked about, you needed to do something on top of here to get it to work. So, yeah, okay, good to know. Right, pick the lock. Right. Let me just see. So it's not this one, yeah. So I think you start with the one in Lower City. Then it's maybe one in Middle City, this one, then the other one in Middle City. Not sure. Also, no fight up here? Yeah, no fight. Oh, okay. Cool. we will head back down then. But that does mean that we can do that fight now if we want to. So we should do that before we go and see Nocticula. Right. So that also begs the question, what is the palace of incest and degeneracy? Let's go in. Loot.
I
Trap.
tire of waiting.
Loot. You know what it is? It's locked. That's what it is. Yep. Okay. Cool. There's nothing to do in there. Wonderful. Unless I'm being blind, there's nothing to do in there. Okay. I guess we're gonna go do the Willidus quest for Greyboard. Because that means that we can change our party if we want to. Which we may want to. I don't really feel like we need to with our current party. I think our current party is fine, but yeah. We could. I was thinking, who would we put in our party? And I was like, oh, maybe Wendell. Yeah, as the only two people that are social. I guess I could put Regil in if I wanted to.
Let's move.
I could. He'd probably not be the best person, though. This lock is familiar. These locks are used by monster traders from Ketapash who want to ensure the most powerful beasts stay in their cages. Can't be forced. One delicate twist of the knife and... done. Ooh, we haven't had one of these in a while. A hunt is a clash between the hunter's cunning and the shrewdness of the prey. When the prey expects a trap, the hunter's acumen is put to the test in trying to subvert such expectations. The commander bursts through the front door and freezes. For all the tales about the mansion supposedly becoming a citadel, no one is there to assault the unwanted guests. There are no flying arrows, no chilling battle cries, and the expensive furniture hasn't been turned into makeshift barricades. The commander and her companions carefully examine the luxurious antechamber. There are two doors leading deeper into the mansion. One bears the symbol of a mirror, and the other the symbol of a knife. There is a bloody pigeon feather in front of the door, and a note that contains two words. Welcome, assassin. Succeeded at a lower religion check. The commander recalls that the bloody feather is the symbol of Shax, the Blood Marquis. This demon lord is infamous for luring his victims into labyrinths full of deadly traps. The commander... We're going mirror or knife? Let's go mirror? Stepping through the doorway, the commander suddenly feels nauseous, and an icy chill runs across her skin. Her intuition screams that she has just passed through an interplanar portal, and she instantly loses all sense of direction and balance. It seems the rooms of this mansion occupy different layers of reality, and these portals unite them into an elaborate labyrinth where a single wrong turn is enough to lose one's way entirely. Greed and arrogance are traits inherent to all demons, and the lord of the mansion seems eager to prove himself without equal in the indulgence of both these vices. The door leads into a magnificent sitting room. It hasn't been furnished in a manner indicative of tasteful refinement. The lamp reflections sparkle on the gilded furniture, the floor is covered in elaborate mosaics, the shelves are full of expensive trinkets. As if all this luxury wasn't enough, the whole room is reflected back again in the giant mirror that covers the entire ceiling. As soon as the commander enters, the mirror's surface ripples, starts to bubble, bulges, and oozes like molasses. It sends its sticky tendrils towards the outsiders, and a single touch from those appendages pierces the flesh with a sepulchral chill. The commander... what are we gonna do? Evil tries to defend herself using profane rituals. Ooh. Attempts to break the mirror with a powerful blow, but looks around searching for cover. Let's go for stealth. After a quick, thoughtful glance at her reflection, Naminde hides under a spindle-legged coffee table. As soon as her reflection disappears from the glittering surface of the mirror, the distorted tentacles start lunging blindly in different directions, unable to locate their prey. Hidden from the watchful eye of the monster, the commander sneaks towards the exit. There are 3 doors that lead out from the room occupied by the strange carnivorous mirror. The commander decides to open the one bearing the symbol of... a pair of scales? No matter how gleefully the lord of this palace mutilates flesh, he is first and foremost a scientist, and a scientist by definition is a madman who can put to shame any giggling maniac with a knife. Therefore it comes as no surprise that his laboratory is furnished with care and order, and there is no hint of the tawdry luxury found in the other rooms. There is a multitude of flasks and vials with potions resting on the tables, and the cupboards are full of jars containing brains of all shapes and colours. As soon as the door closes behind the commander's back, a huge silvery autoclave opens with a wheezing clang, emitting a wave of foul-smelling brine. A hideous homunculus covered in glistening slime crawls out of the autoclave. Its liquid, malleable body constantly grows new limbs, eyes and mouths, absorbing the bits and pieces it no longer requires. It seems the monster can't decide what shape it should take. It stares at the commander with malevolent intelligence. It seems it has better mental faculties than most alchemically produced creatures. The homunculus giggles repulsively as it grabs a vial full of acid and aims it at the commander's head. The commander starts throwing flasks of potions at the homunculus while trying not to touch any of the really dangerous substances, not just at random. Attacks the nimble monster hoping to corner it and finish it off, or attempts to scare off the malevolent monster. Let's use Knowledge Arcana. The barrage of flasks, vessels, and other laboratory wares forces the homunculus to retreat behind the bulk of the autoclave and defend itself from there. The Minde grabs a round corked vial with frost on the inside. Taking careful aim, she launches the projectile right at the monster's hiding place. A pale blue flash lights up the laboratory. The homunculus is instantly frozen to the autoclave, covered in a thick layer of ice. It desperately grows 2 extra mouths for its final deathly scream. The commander uses this chance to search the laboratory and manages to procure an entire satchel of useful potions and balms. Stepping over the wreckage of expensive lab equipment and shattered glass, the commander pauses before 3 doors and eventually chooses the one with the symbol of... So we got 3 potions of heal, which is actually good. Originally I misread what that was, but that's actually really good. Potion of heroism and a greater potion of disrupting weapon. Okay, interesting. So we go from Maw, a full moon, or a blazing fire. Well, we just did moon in the abyss, let's go for a full moon. The commander enters a magnificent bedroom and ends up knee-deep in a seemingly bottomless pit of soft blankets, fuzzy rugs, plump feather beds, and other covers of all sorts and shapes. They allure and promise the sweet dreams, if only Naminde would lie down and close her eyes. It's a dangerous temptation. Anyone who allows these fluffy killers to put them to sleep won't wake up ever again. They will crawl over their victim, piling up around them, and then suffocate and smother them to death. Carving through a featherbed with her blade, the commander sees glistening flesh, and a thick ichor oozes out from the rend in the fabric. Yet no book has ever mentioned such strange, bizarre creatures. Lore nature check. The commander can only guess that this is the result of a strange experiment on some predatory swarm organism that disguises itself as something harmless and then preys on those it lures close. The commander decided the best decision would be to find and destroy the leader of this strange swarm. The rugs bleed when carved up with a blade. They are a swarm or a pack and therefore may have a leader. The commander Naminde surges forward, allowing the hungry mass to smother and bury her under its weight while she doggedly presses ahead. At last she finds a large purple cluster of flesh that resembles a giant brain. When touched, it wobbles and quivers like jelly. Naminde splits it open with a single decisive blow, and the wounded creature emits a barely audible high-pitched squeal. The rug swarm bulges and convulses in pain, dying in terrible agony. It would seem these creatures had an invisible link, and destroying the brain doomed the whole brood. The commander decides to search the place. Who knows what secret compartments have been hidden beneath this repulsive mass of fabric and flesh. The search reveals a disguised niche. Inside it is a stack of papers. These are the journals of a mad surgeon who researched the brains of living creatures. The experiments described on these pages are as repulsive as they are enlightening for anyone who isn't too squeamish to finish the reading. 3 doors with different symbols lead from the master bedroom. The commander decides she would rather take her chances behind the one with, so we get the Vivisector's notes. Okay, so I guess we've already been through one of these. Let's go for the Boiling Cauldron. The commander walks into an enormous kitchen. There are massive cauldrons with shiny polished sides, and a tiny green flame flickers within a magical oven. The aroma of delicious spices beckons from the countless cupboards and shelves that line the walls. However, as soon as the commander enters the room, the cauldron's lids fly up into the air, blown off in powerful explosions. A nasty greyish-pink slime oozes out of the open cauldrons, swelling up like dough. The slime flows down onto the floor, gathering up into massive clotted clusters, which then begin to crawl towards the commander. The Minde has never seen or read about such creatures before, so we succeeded at a lore nature check there. It is reasonable to suggest that this was the outcome of a complicated and perverted magical experiment. This carnivorous slime was captured in a cave, subjected to magical transformation, and fed entirely with brain tissue. The commander decides to burn the monster in the magical oven? Yeah. The Minde quickly uses the magical sigils controlling the oven to turn the small fire inside into a roaring green flame. The Minde hides behind it and lures the slime right into the open oven. The monster fails to perceive the threat of the fire and crawls inside, instantly beginning to bubble and boil. In a matter of moments, all that remains of the creature is a suffocating stench that still hangs in the air. After meticulously examining the food on the undisturbed shelves, the commander decides to rest. She takes the opportunity to recuperate and bandage her wounds. It is thinking ahead rather than rushing forward recklessly that separates able tacticians from those who rashly press on and perish. 2 doors lead from this kitchen, where it is apparently easier to be eaten than to eat. The commander chooses the one that is marked with the symbol of, well, I guess we're going for a blazing fire. The commander finds herself in a long stone passage. No traps are triggered by her careful steps, yet at the end of the passage her vision grows blurry. The illusion of safety falls apart like a house of cards, revealing an endless fiery field, ashen mountains, rivers of lava, and magmatic volcanoes. Hot wind scorches her face. It is not difficult to conclude that this deadly place is the elemental plane of fire. Ash and volcano rock tremble beneath the commander's feet, but walking on it seems safe enough for now. The only escape route is the distant 3-way arch of rough-hewn stone containing the 3 familiar doors. However, in order to reach it, the commander must find a way past the river of fire, in which tiny islets of porous stone are just barely visible. The river spews out tongues of roaring flame that land on the banks and crystallize into dark glass. As a result, both banks of the river have become steep, jagged cliffs of obsidian. The commander has nothing left to do but walk along the bank looking for a ford guided by our knowledge of interplanar travel. The Minde remembers a few tales of travelers who have survived the plane of fire and decides to venture forth along the fiery river's bank. The trek is long and dangerous, but after a couple of hours she finally finds what she's been looking for. A strip of hardened black glass arching across a stream of lava like a volcanic bridge. The Minde carefully makes her way up to the other side using the makeshift bridge and climbs up to the stone arches. After reaching the stone portals, the commander has to decide which of the 3 doorways to enter. Eventually she settles on the one with the symbol of, I guess, a rod? The door doesn't budge. The commander forces it open with her weight and enters the same hall where this dangerous expedition first began. The cozy, comfortable setting in no way hints at the nightmares that awaited the commander inside the mansion. The door outside is wide open, and through the doorway dark figures can be seen clutching weapons. All of this was nothing but a warm-up. The final decisive battle is still to come. The commander prepares for a fight as she steps outside the accursed mansion. On the positive side, we didn't take any damage, and we got some potions, so that seemed to go very, very, very well. There is a Willidus. The leader of this gang of demons is grotesquely disfigured, even by the standards of the Abyss. A disproportionately large and bloated head rests on a tiny disformed body covered in bumps and furrows like a shriveled walnut. What seems at first to be a mane of hair standing up on end is revealed upon closer inspection to be bone needles sticking out from his pale blistered skin. Where the mouth should be, there is instead a bony plate formed from yellowing teeth that have grown together. It protrudes out of his torn, lacerated lips. His voice appears to come from a slobbering, undulating hole in his neck, just beneath his chin. More bloody larvae showing up at my palace. I'm getting very tired of these visits. What a freak. Even I feel somewhat conflicted. Would killing this creature be an act of cruelty or mercy? I do not wish to show mercy to the scum that set me up. Who are you? A snort of derision escapes from the creature's throat, and he makes a dismissive gesture with his hand, his dirty nails curling into long, thin spirals. You don't even know who it is you've decided to challenge? Let these words herald your imminent death, outsider. I am Willidus, the wizard, confidant, and advisor to the Lady in Shadow. I'm also known as the Vivisector. Greybor smirks, not bothering to hide his contempt. So many words, I'll simply call you a corpse. Less impressive sounding, perhaps, but easy to remember. Why did you turn your house into a trap? I was expecting assassins, and therefore I prepared a warm welcome for such guests. I trust that you appreciated my vivarium. When I am finished with you, you'll become a new decoration for my palace, and another test for those who follow you. You will be mine. Some of you will be mindless pets, and the more attractive ones, I may use you to meet other needs. The monstrosity giggles lecherously, and the sound is shrill and repulsive, like metal against glass. Did you create the monsters I found in the mansion? The demon cackles with glee and replies scornfully, You call them monsters, silly girl, but what can you possibly know about it? Those are masterpieces of vivisection, impossible creations conceived not by nature, but born of my scalpel, needle, and magic. So who do you think wants you dead? My enemies are many and dangerous, and I could spend an eternity guessing, but there's no need for that. Once I've killed you, I'll soak your warm little brains in my concoctions and read the names of my enemies like tea leaves in their wrinkle patterns. Then I'll have a lovely dinner. There is a greedy, predatory gleam in those tiny eyes, buried deep within the folds of wrinkled flesh. Why did you put a hit out on Darazand and give Greybor a faulty magical weapon? The demon hisses in frustration, spittle flying from the hole in his neck. Nonsense! Why would I want that idiot dead? What possessed him to think I'm the one that put out a hit on him? And how dare you, pathetic amateurs, even think that a scheme of mine might possibly fail? If I truly wanted to kill Darazand, he'd be long gone, but no, I don't give a damn about anyone from that swarm of locusts. I expected such an answer. For some reason, whenever I corner these scoundrels and demand a reckoning, none of them are brave enough to own up to their own crimes, so I never go quietly when I slit their throats. What do you think, Greybor? The dwarf shrugs and says thoughtfully, Usually I'm quite capable of detecting lies, but this ugly wretch is impossible to read. Why does it matter anyway? Even if he's not lying, we'd do well to get rid of him. He just tried to kill us in his mansion. Besides, will you ever sleep well knowing this monstrosity is alive somewhere? Your words reek of deceit. The demon's cloudy eyes flare with anger, and his smug giggles give way to a low, menacing growl. Soon we shall find out what your tiny, ridiculous, worm-eaten brain smells like. Killer! The dwarf grins ominously as he looks at the demon. There was no mercy in his eyes. I won't lie, I've been waiting for this moment. Tomorrow morning my reputation will be spotless once again. Sweet dreams. Okay. I wonder whether we would have got another option if I'd chosen the other option there. As in, like, whether something else would have happened if we said we weren't going to fight. Like, we could have found the real person who did it. I don't really want to go through the entire, storybook section again to find out, though. Although we do know the correct route now, so I guess we could, but that's fine. Let's have a look at you. He doesn't have that many buffs on him. He doesn't seem that strong. I guess he seems like we could probably just kill him.
I will resist.
Okay. That was too easy. There are some things that are easy, but that one was way too easy. Okay, hit them all for Cone of Cold. Did a little damage to all of them. There's haste. And then they just ran in. Okay. Just pick one and put them to sleep. That worked. Turn this thing back on. Get our buffs on. And then attack. Nice crit. Good damage. Darren, maybe demoralize this one. Just for when he comes in. Braybor, kill.
Simply business.
Nice crit. Okay, they moved in. Pick one and kill him.
Prepare yourself.
This fight feels too easy.
Cover me,
I
alright?
guess we did just do a huge storybook section right before it, so maybe that's to make up for the fact that the fight is ridiculously easy. Like maybe the logic is because you had to do the whole storyboard thing, like will make the actual fight just super easy, but I have no idea. Right, that one's down. Kill you. Shoot. Braybor, kill.
It's your time. Cease to
Nice
exist.
damage. Okay. That one took some damage as he stood up. Kill.
Desna, guide my hand.
Stab.
Stab you or zap you. Why not both?
Very good. Chill. Don't move. Don't move. Braybor, you can go and try and kill him. The reason we don't want to go over is our cold would wake him up. So we'll just chill here for a second. Move Woljif over. Yep, don't do anything. Don't do anything. Right. And then we'll try and instant kill him. Possibly should have delayed it if I was being optimal, but don't really need to worry. Rosala. The projection is that of a tall female demon. Unlike many of her kind, she seems slimmer and less stocky in build. Upon closer examination, you realize that her thinness is caused by extreme emaciation, which makes her look like a withered tree. The skin on her neck and wrists bears the marks of shackles, and her body is covered with flaming seals of Baphomet. Lowering her eyes, the demon addresses you quietly. Allow me to congratulate you. The short work you made of Willidus proves you are a true professional. I am Horzala, and on behalf of the Assassin's Guild, I congratulate Graybor on completing this contract. You have fulfilled the order we received for Willidus's murder, and therefore you have the right to collect the bounty, even though you are not a guild member yourself. I'm sure you also have many questions about what happened. I doubt that our guild is hard to find. There's a notice board at its entrance where the assassination contracts are posted. Who are you? I am Horzala, Baphomet's daughter. The projection looks you in the eye and adds in an aggravated whisper. Horzala, not Hepzimira. She is my elder sister. I doubt you're able to appreciate the true extent of my misfortune. I'm also known in Alushanira as the assistant and right hand of Yaz, the head of the Assassin's Guild. Do you know what happened here? I may know a thing or two. We should discuss these matters inside the guild, not in public. Who's gonna overhear us, the corpses? Why don't you come here and speak to us face to face instead of projecting an illusion? Are you afraid we won't like your answers, and we'll make you join Willidus? At the sight of the demon's sour expression, Graybor gives an aggressive snort. Alright, we'll pay a visit to the Assassin's Guild soon. Thank you for your answer. The bounty awaits you. I'm not sure what reward awaits us, but I truly hope it's a considerable sum of gold and not a meager payment served up at the end of a blade. Okay. Well, Willidus had basically nothing on him, so I assume that there's, you know, there must be more to the quest, would be my assumption, at least in terms of a reward. How are we looking? Yeah, he doesn't have the next section, so we're definitely not there yet.
Oh, the waiting's never
The only person who
fun.
got hurt was Woljif.
Nicely.
we'll also cast False Life Greater on. Cool. Now we need to go to the Assassin's Guild. Where is the Assassin's Guild? Well, I believe it's in the Middle City. I'm not entirely sure, but I believe it's Middle City. Somewhere near the 10,000 Delights, if I recall correctly. I don't think we've been there, but I believe that it was on one of these threads about, you know, where is everything in the Middle City? It was basically it might be near here kind of thing. Oh, wait a second. I just realized it does actually show up. So yeah, it's Middle City near the 10,000 Delights. Perfect. But yeah, it was in one of these threads where it was like talking about these religion things on the walls. It was saying there was like a reason to go to the Assassin's Guild for some reason related to it. I'm not entirely sure what it was. But I think it was just saying other tough fights in the area you could get to. If you go to where the Assassin's Guild is and then go round, you can do something. Anyway, it's fine. I still need to figure out what to do with the Obsidian Mask, but I guess we'll just leave it there. Because there's nothing to do on this path. Right. Let's get you buff back on. Quick save. And go up this way. Right. This is the correct way for the camera to be. Just need to wait for it to come down. Perfect. Portal up. And then it's somewhere around here, I think. Yeah, I don't know where it is. It's up here, maybe. See, now I'm lost. Now I'm like, it could be anywhere. Oh, wait, maybe if I do this. Portal, 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 portal. 10,000 Delights, portal, portal. Grim Mansion, Lower City. Portal, 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 portal. Did we ever go in? Wait, what's in the Grim Mansion? I don't know what's in the Grim Mansion. Maybe it's the Grim Mansion? I can't remember what was there. Which might mean it's the place we need to go. Yeah, let's try there.
Onwards.
Maybe it was just suggesting that it was just down from the 10,000 Delights, as in you take the portal down, and then it was right there. So yeah, I'm working on like half info, and that's not a good place to start. Just like, yeah, I half read something somewhere, so I'm going to make it the entire basis of my search. Probably not a great way to go. Oh, wait a second. This would be I remember what this was. This was a single room, right? I think it was. Or some. Yeah. It was nothing before. Is this the way we need to go? No, it's still nothing. Okay. Well, this obviously isn't the right way. It said it was near the notice board where they post the assassination or the contracts. So where would they put the notice board? They would put the notice board in front of the Harem of Ardent Dreams? I don't know. Oh wait, maybe there's a clue? Questions will be answered in the Assassin's Guild. Okay, cool. So otherwise known as no info. I guess maybe you're meant to find it and that's part of the fun. Let's see. Not along here. Okay. Let's head down to the next level. Maybe it is in the flesh markets. You know, that could be somewhere. You know, if I was going to put something like a notice board up, I would put it in a marketplace. That seems sensible. This way. Just keep an eye out at the edges here. There's Krabus. Okay, Remiza. Obsidian Mask. Okay, so it's not on that side. It's not on this side. Okay, cool. So it's nowhere. That's fine. Let's head this way. And we'll just cross over here. Right. Maybe it was the harem, not the 10,000 delights. Maybe that's maybe that's where I was getting things wrong. If not, I might just look it up. Oh, never mind. I was like, oh, there's a mark on the wall. No, they just hadn't loaded in the model for the creature yet. I guess it would have put it would have put this as the place you need to go if it was this one, right? Maybe. What's the angle for this one? It's not that specific. Oh, is it because I'm too close? It's because I'm too close. Yeah, we were caught by the thing that's meant to stop you getting caught by it if you're in it already. If you go too close, it stops moving. Okay, fine. Nothing there.
Onwards.
Okay, I don't think it's these things, although it might be. Maybe it was this way. Maybe this was the down from the... Yeah, because this could be described as down from the 10,000 delights, couldn't it? Again, I'm working off of tiny bit of info,
Let us be
which
on.
doesn't really tell you where you're meant to go either. Right. I might need to give up and just look. It does feel a little like cheating. Maybe it's along here because there's nothing along here. Again, no. Okay. Right. Portal down. We've almost done a full loop of the entire place, which I think is perfect to not find where we're going. Right. It's not in here because this is just nothing. That almost looked like it was something. Okay. Is it up here? Don't think so. Nope. Okay. Huh.
Follow me.
No idea where it is. Okay, we're gonna give up. So, Lucianira Assassin's Guild location. Let's see what it gives us. Where to find the Assassin's Guild. Okay. Let's see here. So, it wasn't so easy to find. Here's what you should do. As you come from Upper City, go down the stairs. You'll need to be on the opposite side of the road from the Succubus brothel. Done. We are at the other side of the road. Okay. You will teleport to a new location and you will have to walk off the edge. Okay. Then we head this way. You will see a doorway that says into the Assassin's Guild if you try to interact with it. Oh. There we go. Well, that was easy. I mean, it wasn't, but you know, it was easy once we knew where it was. Oh wow, there's so many people here. Okay, who have we got? We got Blood Moon. Bunch of people just called assassins. Boulder, Yaws, Tigers of Sin, more assassins. Okay. Quick save again. So I think it looks like we've got three. So we got Tiger of Sin, Blood. So we got the three Tigers of Sin. We got Blood Moon, and we got Boulder, and then Yaws is the leader. Ah, and there's the other one. I see. Okay. The demon standing before you clearly has a perchance for jewelry. His fingers are covered in rings, 3 gold chains encircle his neck, and 4 bejeweled earrings sparkle in each of his ears. However, such exquisite adornments are not enough to hide the fact that he is a hardened warrior and a ruthless killer. His face and hands are covered in long, badly healed scars, and he moves as gracefully as the most skilled swordsman. The demon's lips curl in a satisfied sneer as he greets you loudly. Look who's here, it's the arrogant Golarion who disposed of our poor Willidus. He catches your eye and frowns slightly, giving a pointed glance towards his bodyguards. You aren't about to do anything really stupid and start a massacre here, right? Can we just talk? Who are you? The leader of this gang of assassins? The demon gives a dignified nod. Yes, and I'm proud of it. The abyss is full of butchers and monsters, so anyone who chooses to be an assassin among monsters and butchers commands a high level of respect. If they live long enough to make a name for themselves, of course. My guild attracts assassins from many planes. No one hires us for simple things like murdering noisy neighbours or cutting the throat of a cheating merchant. As I'm sure you know, it's easier and cheaper to do that yourself, and there's no need to get assassins involved. No, if someone turns to an assassin, it means the victim is a dangerous, cunning, and well-protected target. I've heard a lot about you, Yoz. You're the head of this highly reputable guild that operates on many planes besides the Abyss. Many of my colleagues would consider it an honour to work alongside you, one like myself. This horn thing is one of yours, isn't it? Rosala, yes, this little demoness is one of my most useful servants. Besides, it's so very prestigious to have a daughter of Baphomet working under you. Yoz glances at the horned demon with a mix of condescension and possessiveness. She stares fixedly at the floor. Yes, master, I am your servant. For a fleeting moment, you notice a shadow of angry displeasure across her face. A spark of fear flashes in Yoz's eyes, like a boy who realizes he's gone too far when testing the patience of his parents. Tell me the truth right now. Yoz raises his hands apologetically. Several rings glitter on his fingers. Fine. I was the one who actually gave Greybor assignments. I needed to light a little fire underneath this cauldron where so many minions of demon lords are being mixed together. I ordered him to murder those demons in Canabras, and I put out a hit on Darazan, although that ugly idiot didn't bother me at all. But he was an ugly idiot indeed, and a vengeful one to boot. That's why I gave Greybor a dagger that was only supposed to wound the Balor, and that is why using Willidus's name was important. It was the perfect hand of cards. Darazan survived after suffering a painful, humiliating wound by a mortal's hand. No offense, of course. The Balor couldn't simply let that go, so he started a vendetta against Willidus, dragging other Deskaris into it. That was my goal all along, because Willidus was my real target, a target that was very difficult to reach. Yoz seems to revel in his own cleverness. He smirks and smiles with smug satisfaction. Dwarf gives a grim chuckle and whispers loudly enough to be heard. People like you are why assassins have such a lousy reputation. No respect for agreements. You acted dishonorably. Did you expect an assassin to be honorable? What a touching naivete. The demon sneers derisively and toys with a giant diamond ring. Catching Greybor's disapproving stare, he gives a dazzling smile, seemingly pleased to have provoked a reaction. What concerns me is not the contract killing itself, but the fact I haven't yet been paid a single coin. You're the head of the Assassin's Guild. Why didn't you send your underlings after Willidus? Yoz grimaces slightly and replies with visible displeasure. Who says I didn't? I lost a number of capable killers. He collects himself quickly and the arrogant smile returns to his face. And yet, as you can see, I found a more elegant and economical way to execute this plan. I won't lie to you. This kind of plotting makes me very proud of my own guile. Greybor snorts derisively. So these are your guild's finest. They hardly seem professional. It looks like Greybor and I reached Willidus before your killers. Yoz smirks and gives a dismissive wave. Oh please, I had no intention of sending anyone after him. But my assistants made sure that every larva in the city knew about the bounty on Willidus's head. I knew that Greybor returned to Lucianira and decided to use him once more. Just like poor Darazan, he had no idea he was merely a pawn of mine. Just as I envisioned, you didn't linger and paid him a visit before anyone else could. I had no doubt that paranoid Willidus would try to kill anyone who crossed his doorstep. I expected you to overcome him. And I was right. Why did you do all this? For money and power, of course. This has been my primary motivation for many years now. Somebody wanted that old woodlouse dead, and clever Yoz has fulfilled their wish, with the exception or with the expectation of being showered in privileges and treasure. You're getting a share of those privileges and treasure, by the way. I trust you're not going to refuse the reward provided for freelance operatives. Trust me, the sum is considerable. Yoz turns his attention to Greybor and adds, I haven't forgotten about you either. You'll be rewarded in proportion to your truly astonishing lethality. Oh, I'll take the gold. Don't you worry. Yeah, I'll have it. 100,000 gold coins? Don't mind if I do. The demon flashes his perfect sharp teeth and then snaps his fingers. Suddenly a thick purse appears in front of you, smelling of exquisite perfume. I had no doubt we'd come to an understanding. After all, we share a common language, the language of gold. Since it was my reputation that was damaged as a result of this plot, I consider it fair to lay claim to 20% of the total fee. Ah, I see. So this must be the result of not paying Greybor 25,000 earlier in the game, is you have to pay him 20,000 now. So overall you paid him 32,500, but if you paid him 25,000 earlier in the game, you would be quite right to say that you paid him generously enough. I'm guessing that's what the purpose of that is. Right. Greybor nods and gives a grunt of satisfaction. I appreciate your integrity when it comes to business, Naminde. As for you, Greybor, you've proven your competence. As a token of apology, allow me to offer you membership of my Assassin's Guild. Consider it the recognition of your talent you have long desired. I promise you prestige, respect, and truly staggering fees. Of course, I won't demand that you sever your current contract. You may claim your well-deserved place in our guild when it expires. So then, what do you say? Will I be welcoming you to the big league? Greybor turns to you with a very serious expression. His voice is reserved and formal. Naminde, we are bound by an act of agreement, and therefore must consult your opinion on this invitation. Okay. Are you truly prepared to throw in your lot with demons? With a heavy sigh, the dwarf looks you straight in the eye. Is there really that much difference between me and them? They are the product of the worst parts of our mortal souls. They are sin incarnate. Many say the same thing about me. I was never a coward, so I'm able to admit my soul is black and evil. I murder others for money, and shall never become a respectable member of society, a friend or a father. But I'm tired of asking for forgiveness for what I am. Here, I'll not be judged for my profession. Greybor clenches his fists and mutters through gritted teeth. I'm not the freak or monster they think me back on Golarion. How dare they hire me to murder their enemies, then despise me for my profession. They'll treat me differently in the Abyss. The demons respect my skills. They'll treat me as a professional, not a criminal or a blackguard. Oh, it's strange to say this, but I don't feel out of place here. Have you thought about quitting the business? And become what? A farmer? A butler? Or maybe an innkeeper? One of those who tells tall tales about their adventurous youth to drunk patrons? My soul is that of a wanderer and a killer. My art is my only source of pride, and abandoning it will make me useless in my own eyes. Believe me, I already tried to settle down and find an honest job. Nothing good came from it. I shall quit my profession only when I'm judged by Pharasma herself. Well, it's your decision to make. Greybor studies you for a moment, then nods respectfully. Such words make me respect you even more. Believe me, I appreciate your willingness to let this decision be entirely my own. The dwarf does not waste words as he looks at Yoz. Oh, where do I sign? What are you talking about? We're not devils after all. Yoz laughs and claps his hands loudly. Splendid, you've got a bright future here, my diminutive yet deadly friend. Yoz gives a bored yawn, and there is a note of finality to his tone. Well, this was a very enlightening conversation, but I see no reason why we should continue. You've received your answers, and should probably be on your way. Meanwhile, I should get back to plotting another bloody and violent murder. Have a good day. After a suspicious glance in Yoz's direction, Greybor turns to you. Indeed, this was an unexpected meeting. If you want to discuss what happened privately, I'm at your service, Commander. Oh. Well, that's it. Anybody want to chat? What does this outsider want? Get rid of her bowl. Her blood moon only speaks to those she fancies, those who pay her, and those she is ordered to kill. None of these guys saying anything? No. Okay, guess I'll just be going then. I kind of feel like we missed out on an interesting fight, but okay, sure. That's fine. Where's the nearest portal? Flesh Markets, I think.
Onwards.
Yeah. Okay. So Greyboar's gonna go join an assassin's guild. You know, to be honest, it makes a lot of sense. He is an assassin. We knew that when we hired him. I don't really know why we should be surprised. Yeah, good for him. Wait a... I guess, in a way, if we're following the Aeon path, like, our mythic path doesn't preclude us from being okay with demons. We would just like the demons to stay here, right? That's kind of what our mythic path is. It's like, could demons stay in the demon lane, rather than being in, you know, the Golarion lane? That's all we really want. If the demons were just doing their demon stuff in, you know, Lucianera, we would have no problems. So, yeah, I think we're fine. I think we're okay with this. Right. Let's go to the caves. And then up here we should... Oh, there we go. Find Greyboar. Hello. Perhaps I should thank you for your help. You assisted me in dealing with all of Yawz's schemes, even though you didn't need to do so. I'm grateful for that. So, can you explain to me what kind of mess we've involved ourselves in? Greyboar pauses for a moment and slowly begins to explain. An anonymous client ordered Yawz, the head of the Assassin's Guild of Lucianera, to kill Willidus. He tried to take the target down several times, but Willidus turned out to be quite a tough nut to crack. Then Yawz gave me a new anonymous assignment to kill Darazand and tell him that Willidus sends his best regards. However, Yawz gave me a weapon that could only wound Darazand, not kill him. He hoped it would provoke Darazand and make him angry enough to go kill Willidus himself. Of course, you killed Darazand before he even had a chance to do anything else. When Yawz found out that we were both in the Abyss and that I'd be eager to talk to Willidus, he started to give me hints as to where to find this fellow. We lived up to his expectations. Willidus died, and I'm sure you remember what happened next as well as I do. So we killed Willidus for no reason? The dwarf smirks cynically. Well, it depends how you look at it. Was he to blame for the damage to my reputation? No. Was he an utterly disgusting creature whose face practically begged me to sink an axe into it? Did he try to kill us in his own manner? Were the creatures we encountered in said manner the most atrocious and perverted things I've ever met? The answer to all these questions is yes. I don't think anyone is going to cry themselves to sleep over his death, and neither should we. Okay, your reputation has been restored. How do you feel? There's a spark of amusement in the dwarf's eyes. Don't panic. This'll make people think twice before attempting to ruin my good name. But I'm also grateful my companions didn't leave me to deal with this by myself, even though they had every right to do so. So while I'm used to working alone, I appreciate a team I can trust. It's good to have someone who's got my back. Okay. Well, protecting one's honor is important. Greyboar nods in agreement. Who would we be without our reputation? A bunch of opportunistic scoundrels who'd be driven away from every door. A dishonorable life isn't worth a copper. What do you think of your membership of the Assassin's Guild of Lucianera? Greyboar hides a smug smile beneath his beard. I think this position rightfully belongs to me. This guild is not as infamous as the Red Mantis, the legendary fanatic assassins who perceive their victims as offerings to their god Achayek, or the silent monks of Anaphexia, who guard some kind of secret knowledge and murder anyone who dares touch it. But its name still means something to the discerning client. Lucianera is a crossroads between several different planes, and Yawz's assassins work not only in the Abyss and on Golarion, but also in many other interesting places. The fact I was accepted into this society is undeniable proof of my professionalism. I am grateful that you did not insist on the exclusivity of our contract, but allowed me to reap the benefits of my hard work. I think everything is clear now. You've been a good employer, Commander, and I'm glad I made this contract with you. You managed to restore your reputation and join the guild. What about our contract? Do you want to terminate it? The dwarf begins to count his fingers one at a time. First, it would have been highly unprofessional to abandon you after you helped me. Second, the war is still in full swing. My departure has been a source of gossip, which in turn could have damaged my reputation beyond repair. I don't want people to perceive me as a coward who fled from a good fight. Third, I've long since discovered that working for you is profitable in more ways than one. You're always trying to take down the most dangerous targets, and to make great additions to my trophy list. Alright, see ya. Alright, cool. So we have finished his thing. We are now very, very, very close to leveling up. Yeah, we're 29,000 XP away. I think we might have leveled up had we fought everyone in the Assassin's Guild. That's where I think we're at here. But we didn't fight everybody, so we didn't level up, and that's really the end of that one. Let's get our spells back. There we go. Then we'll walk ourselves back along here to our portal of teleportation. And then I think we're going to end the episode there. Thank you for watching. I do apologize in this episode, by the way. I noticed that stumbling over a bunch of different words here or there. But, yeah, hopefully we'll get things back to normal soon-ish. So, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.